Okay, so this is another completely forgotten thing that's been completely memory hold. What is this? Well, it states it on the terminal itself. It is a C-MOS Imaging handheld terminal. From who though? Because it doesn't show any of the brand on the front. Well, take a guess. Yeah, that's right. It's from Casio. Yeah, Casio made this. So, you know, Panasonic, someone who a manufacturer I wouldn't think would be making barcode terminals, makes barcode terminals. Casio, a brand that I'm mostly familiar with their calculators and watches, also made barcode scanners. So the model of this one is the DT-X10. So how old is this exactly? Well, it is from 2003, I think. This thing's like from 2003. So this is a very early handheld. And it's a very early handheld that uses an imager. These things would have used either lasers or imagers. This one I have right here obviously is an imager, and it proudly proclaims it on the front too. What imager? If you take a look at the scan engine, you're gonna see it looks very, very familiar. That's right. It's an Adaptis Imager. Much in the same way that you'll find it on this thing. This is an Adaptis Imager. On this thing, this is an Adaptis Imager, the ScanPal. The Honeywell, this uses, yet again, an Adaptis Imager. And the Morphic, which also uses an Adaptis Imager. And the list goes on. Now this is the thing though. Despite this thing using an Adaptis Imager, it is a different kind of Adaptis Imager because it's a very early kind. It's a very early model of Adaptis Imagers from Handheld products, which, you know, then Honeywell bought out Handheld products. So that's the thing. This one is the one that uses not the red aiming pattern, but the green bar, which I will demonstrate. So that means I don't know what is the exact model number, because it's nowhere in it's mentioned nowhere in the spec sheet or in the device itself, and I don't want to take apart this piece of shit for me to find out, because in the end of the day it doesn't fucking matter anyways. I know it's not one of the newer ones that uses the green bar, but yeah. So we already got that out of the way. It is a barcode scanner that runs, well, I mean, I didn't mention OS, but it's a barcode scanner from Casio. That's what it is. This thing runs Windows CE Net 4.2. Actually, not 4.2. It uses 4.1. This is I think the only handheld I have that actually uses 4.1. The rest I have are 4.2. This one runs 4.1. So you can see it's a very simplistic keypad. Only, you know, your numerical keys, clear, enter, 4 function keys. Then you got these 2 weird looking turquoise keys. I honestly do not even know what the fuck they do. There is no, I don't even know how the hell you can program them. The left one is a square and the other one is a circle. Make of it what you will, because I don't know what the fuck it means. Then you got your D-pad and then your power. And then that would be your little, I think that's the buzzer, because there's literally nothing else here. So yeah, you see, made in Japan. Ooh, you can see the triggers they are torque release. So the triggers, they both have, you know, 3 dots to grip your fingers on, and they're torque release. So yeah, you know, definitely Casio, they wanted a very, I don't know, unique color scheme, because the case color itself is like a bluish, purplish, or whatever the hell. Yeah, and then you can see that's your headphone jack. This is a 2.5mm headphone jack. And then this is your mini USB, not micro, mini. Now, the thing is that 2.5mm headphone jacks are, you know, finding 2.5mm headphones, you don't really find them. And the mini USB, yes, you can sync it by the mini USB, meaning you do not need its cradle, USB cradle, which specifically Casio coded the satellite USB cradle or whatever the fuck. I have it. But you would need an older device, an older computer to sync it with, because if you try and sync it with a newer one, it literally cannot find it. So this thing uses some specialized protocol that doesn't seem to be active sync related or whatever the fuck, which doesn't really make sense. And yeah, you know, there's your IR blaster on the bottom. There's your contacts for the cradle. Obviously, this is your battery bay. Those are your release mechanisms. On the top over here, you see that the scan engine is angled, but this big rubber piece over here, this rubber piece actually encloses a PC card slot. So this thing has PC card expansion capabilities. So you would have to remove the rubber, and then from there, you're gonna find a plastic plate with screws. You have to unscrew it, and then is where you're able to stick in your PC card. I'm obviously not going to be demonstrating that, but for some reason they stuck in a PC card into this thing. You can see there's your indicator lights. So, you know, one of them, it's for scanning, the other is like for charging. If it wants to focus on the indicator lights. Yeah, you see? Yeah. And obviously there is your resistive touch display. You'll also notice that this thing does not use a hand strap. Instead it uses the what the fuck do you call it? The lanyard, okay? It uses the lanyard. And this is the stylus itself. It's a pen. And how you would attach the pen to the lanyard is literally in the most retarded fashion possible. There is a clip on the pen, and from there you would clip the pen over to the lanyard. This is a very dumb system, because that means this thing can easily fall off, and you know, you could lose your fucking stylus, which I don't even know how the hell this thing, I don't even know how the stylus got lost, because I was able to receive it, the full kit. So if I could, there we go, you see. So I charged this up a bit to showcase the absolute beauty of the CE-Net 4.1 OS. Now here's the thing, you would think that since this Windows CE is going to be able to run most Windows CE applications, you're fucking wrong. Because for some bullshit reason, I don't know why, most Windows CE applications will not run on this thing. I don't know why. I really don't. It's like CE7. CE7 is incredibly pitchy, and it does not like older Windows CE applications. Well, this thing is an older version of Windows CE, and it does not like any applications. Now, this is an ARM device. This thing has like a PXA 255. So, I don't know what the hell is this thing's problem, but yeah. Let's see if I can go in the optimum. Oh, come on, bro. Fucking bitch. There we go. So, you know, here we go. You see, this is the desktop. So it's a very simplified desktop. You know, you got remote desktop connection, my computer, inbox, transcriber, all that bullshit. Okay. You know, over here, this is where you double tap to open your SIP. There's your desktop. you will notice that there is no task switcher here. I don't know why the fuck Casio removed the task switcher, but yeah. So go here, start, settings, control panel. You will see this is where we will be able to enable our buzzer. Now this thing is not the WLAN model, so there is no WLAN. Actually, if it were the WLAN model, that not compact flash, the PC card module where the rubber gasket is would be occupied. Now the thing is that if you were to use that PC card slot with something else, for example, let's say your own wireless card, which I tried several, none of them work, so it's clearly some bullshit Casio proprietary one. Or let's say if you wanted to stick in a USB PC card or whatever the hell, you would have to switch on the wireless LAN on switch in this panel, this applet. So that means it will actually give out power to the PC card slot. So it's got the usual options. Not a lot there, Power scanner, This is where you will configure the symbologies, 1D, 2D. Yeah, nothing special there. That's where you're able to add in your suffix, postfixes. The suffix is a character return. Nothing new there. Over here we can check the version information. Has an X-Scale CPU. This thing has 32 megs of RAM. In fact, it doesn't even want to specify what the fuck the X-Scale CPU is. Okay, well, take my word for it. It's a PXA 255. Yeah. Memory, device name. You see you have your volumes and sounds, even though this thing only has a buzzer. Now that is because, obviously because of the headphone jack. So you can plop in a pair of headphones and you'll be able to hear all the beautiful Windows CE sound effects that you will want to hear. So, no documents, favorites, programs. There really isn't a lot. This is where you sync with ActiveSync. This is your backup tool. So I can restore from my flash disk. Okay, and it's going to restore all my files that I have saved on my flash disk. I don't even know how long this fucking process. Oh, there we go. Restore complete. Be sure to reset your device. Yeah, fuck off. And obviously, there's your little reset hole. You'll use the stylus. Wait, didn't. Gotta push it hard. See, there's the most boring boot splash ever. Only says starting, that's it. What the fuck? Yeah, it's... See, it has a notepad. I think this is my own. Yeah, you see, I had to install a fucking notepad because this thing didn't have one pre-installed. So what we can do, let me start the scan wedge here. So yeah, I guess that's really it I can say, because there really isn't a lot to cover other than the garbage scan engine. So you know, here it is, the main start of the show. This is what I'm talking about. This is the stupid little green bar I'm talking about. Now I will tell you this: this scan engine is so fucking ass. It is unbelievable. It literally takes 1 billion years to decode. Okay, this is like second. No, this is like the worst of the worst, next to intermech imagers, because intermech imagers are also kind of ass. But like this thing is fucking awful. This early adapt this one. So there we go. See, this is a UPC code. Okay, you're gonna see. Okay, that was a fluke. This piece of shit is making me look dumb. You're gonna see how long it's gonna take to decode this data matrix, okay? It doesn't even want to do it. Bro, come on. Now you would notice I'm using the left trigger, I mean, because the left trigger is the only one that does it with the illumination LEDs. If I do the right trigger, for some bullshit reason, it only does it with the green bar. I don't know why, and I don't know any setting where I can make it that both of them use the illuminator, because you would need an illuminator to scan stuff. So, you know, we can do a quick sanity check over here. We can check if we actually do have our symbology enabled. Which if I don't, I'm gonna kill myself. You know, gotta close this shit first. There we go. 2D. 2D. You see data matrix is enabled. So, you know, why it's not working, it's because the imager's trash, that's why. I could show you. This thing does have a demo where you are able to see through the scanner's lens. So we go here, streaming, and then like, what the fuck? Why is it not working? I wouldn't think you will have to enable the fucking wedge. The wedge wouldn't make it work. Fucking. This retarded start menu. The goddamn camera is focusing on the fucking light. See. Go over here. Scanner demo. You see, it won't communicate with it because this stupid bullshit. Fuck off. Start. No. Fuck off. Stupid. Help. Yeah, this thing's making me look fucking stupid. Oh wait, I just remembered. There we go. Okay. So you see, not me. There, you see? You see the tiny little display? It's able to see through the imager. Yep. So, I mean, yeah, I can try and scan another two-dimensional code on this stupid piece of shit, to prove that I can scan a two-dimensional one, but I don't know, like, believe it. I don't think I have anything. What the fuck? I don't have anything on hand with me. You would think I do, but I don't. Okay. Okay, buddy. Like, I have this stupid thing, but you know, literally almost every other barcode scanner I own doesn't even, but it's not even able to fucking scan it. So I truly doubt this shit wouldn't. And of course, I didn't fucking turn on the goddamn scan wedge. What the? Go start. Start. Programs, utility, scan code. Fuck off. Okay. Then we're gonna start our notepad again. Look, see, obviously it's not gonna scan it because almost all the other scanners I own can't even fucking scan this stupid ass piece of shit. And this is the only 2D code I have on hand next to this piece of shit, and of course it doesn't want to scan it because the adaptive imager on this thing's a fucking piece of garbage. That's why. You know, I'm trying to scan it. You see, I'm trying to scan it. But it literally cannot scan. And, you know, this is an issue with only the early adaptive imagers. Because literally, all of these, they are able to scan it. This can scan it, that can scan it, this can scan it, that can scan it, this, that, all those. And pretty much all of these contain adaptive imagers. Hell, this thing I showed out, it can also scan it. It's an adaptive imager. It's from 2007. Joe. See? Okay, there's a god awful fucking tone. Let me launch my notepad. Okay? Prepare to be amazed. You see? Okay? Now obviously you cannot read this. So this is not a failure with this thing. So again, I can bring this thing out and it's gonna obviously read it just fine. Now this. You see how slow that is? It's still slow. You see, it's taking like a billion fucking years. Now it doesn't want to scan it anymore. What the fuck is this piece of shit doing? Hey, retard. Okay. See? Now here it is with the Handheld Products 4600R. So, you know, obviously, no competition there. You see, it seems as adapters, they're, you know, handheld products, really. They improved their adaptive imagers. But this piece of shit has the garbage one, the most trashiest garbage one ever. It's fucking trash. Again, I can prove that this is also not a fluke. Okay? I can scan something else, right? I should have something else so that you can see. This. That ain't it. Whatever. Okay, that is the point. Okay, this thing uses an adaptive imager too, and it can't fucking. Well, this thing can. That thing can't. So yeah, you know, this could be as to why Casio memory hold this thing because you know they probably didn't want people to know that they made some garbage ass what do you call it, barcode scanner, But you know, that's not to say they didn't make any more though, because they did make this one. This is a DT-X200. This is their much newer models. This thing runs CE7. And also uses an Adaptive Imager, but it uses the non-garbage ones. It uses the Adaptive 6.0 Imager, the same one that you will find in a Dolphin 6110. So, you know, obviously this is going to be the next video I'll be making about, you know, this other one I have right here. This will be for some other time, but yeah, you know, this is it. You know, really the worst imager on earth. It's fucking trash. But yeah, you know, that's what you're gonna get.